Sorry guys, aku punya setting lari tadi lah guys. Kena buat sikit. Okay, welcome to the stream guys. Mana baru masuk kasi like and share dulu guys. Yang mana belum masuk kasi masuk dulu. Jom. Start. Sorry guys.
And in Chicago to start out. Here's the professor. Really played well against Milwaukee his last outing. Carter.
Ya Allah.
With the rebound.
Aku tak lupa masuk dalam.
For Chicago, they won their last contest that game against Milwaukee. To the left wing. Edwards passes to Beasley. 6 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the professor. Levine inside the three-point line.
Nice one.
Second chance shot, and it's laid up and in by DeRozan.
Possessing great size at his position, DeRozan's muscular frame allows him to convert through the contact.
Now, here is Russell. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Floats one, and he gets the
Hey,
officials blow
aku
it
fall.
so a chance at the line for one more.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Minnesota shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Free throw good, Russell.
But with the trades, I mean, controversy, everything that surrounded D'Angelo Russell early in his career, you might forget he made an all-star game when he was just 22.
Now here's DeRozan. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee.
And while he was doing that, I mean, dropping buckets. He was keeping everybody else involved, too. I mean, he had a tremendous night facilitating.
And Minnesota has possession. The Bulls getting the bucket. And Russell gets it to go.
Gorgeous rainbow bucket by Russell. I mean, he's got a shot up his sleeve for any situation.
Right side, Levine. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. A nice shot by Carter.
Guys.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Passes it to Towns.
Nice block di situ.
You gotta like seeing this from Carter Jr. using his intimidating wingspan to wipe away the shot.
I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Russell finds Towns. Three-pointer. Russell, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And now, Wendell Carter, a great young prospect for the Bulls. Kevin, he's seen steady improvement so far. They believe he'll be a factor for a long time.
Russell feeling it out a bit. And he lays it straight in. Russell's got 7 points.
Sweet handles from D-Low. Good luck checking the lefty anywhere on the floor.
And with Carter, they like that he's an impact player on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, G.A. On the offensive end, he's an underrated passer. I can see him taking more playmaking responsibility in the future. The ceiling on his skill set is very high.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Bean passes to the professor. And that one's good.
Nice.
Gill.
Overhead shoot.
Going hard
Pass.
to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Great look. High percentage shot.
Salah overhead pass aku yang kat overhead shoot pula dah.
Towns. And
Fall.
also on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against Chicago. The Timberwolves shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Kita terus sungai mana baru masuk ke silang yang cherry guys.
The free throw drops for Towns.
And already a leader at such a young age, Towns' teammates look to him to anchor them on both ends, and he has not disappointed.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in, and it's Terrence Davis in for Malik Beasley.
Woi, aku
The
kena
Bulls
double
making
team.
a change here as well. Ibaka's checked in.
And guys, he's been a pro for a long time. DeRozan still with the hops to flush, and boy, does he get up quick.
Now, here is Russell. 7 points in the game. Good on the shot.
Ay, aku
Good
terlepas
there
pula.
offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Chicago leading. The professor passes to Ibaka. Here's the professor. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Russell. Davis has the open look. Good
Ya
assist
Allah,
for
3-pointer
Russell.
dulu.
Man, what a sweet pass by Russell. He has a great instinct for finding those opportunities on the floor.
To the inside. And DeRozan throws it down. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Outside, Russell. Goes up high for
Bodoh
the
lah,
two-handed
siapa yang tak
dunk.
jaga?
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other five.
Bangak lah, bangak.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
They just looked a step quicker all game long. They had the advantage.
Thank you Kamal for like the stream.
Daniels, he's checked in for Minnesota. Culver comes in for Edwards. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Cantor, he
Oh,
checked in
that's
for
what we
DeRozan.
had.
Chambers comes in for Gill.
Yeah.
White, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. And Devontae Graham subbed in for the professor. Here's Chambers. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Now, here is Russell. They trail by one. Puts up a three. That's no good. It's his second miss. He's made 4. Now Graham. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Ibaka, and the layup's good off the glass.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
To the paint. Here's McDaniels. So the Bulls will take it the other way.
Thank you Bang Jai for like the stream. Welcome to the stream Bang Jai.
Now here's Graham. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Chambers. Here's King. Making some changes. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Serge Ibaka. And the professor subbed in for Devontae Graham.
Welcome to the stream bang.
Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique
Woi,
view
aku
of
jaga
being in
benda ni.
that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take it.
Allah tak masuk
You
bodoh lah.
and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
And
going to
Seattle,
Vancouver.
right? Let's get back in
and
both those
Seattle.
cities.
Exactly. Terrence Davis is out there with Malik Beasley. Then there's Edwards. Then there's Towns. And it's Vanderbilt in at the 4. So that's the Timberwolves 5. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the
Ui,
professor
masuk
in
dia
that
punya
last
3
outing
pointer.
against the Bucks
Aduh.
was a man on a mission. He scored 28 points, and as expected, he distributed the rock and got his teammates involved. That was just the latest chapter in what has been a very good stretch of outings for him. Can't afford to take anything for granted going into tonight.
Yeah, David and
masuk.
stretches, he was
Ui, masuk.
absolutely dominant. Great.
Nice
He'd
one.
love to match that performance
Weh,
tonight.
tak tahu
Well,
masuk
this
ke tak.
team needs his contributions.
Yes, sir.
When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
It's all about getting into a comfort zone early. When he does that, he can be very difficult
God.
to contain the rest of the way.
And the professor picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Bulls, DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. Hill comes in for Chambers, and Zach LaVine subbed in for Kobe White. LaVine against Beasley. Pass to Towns. Kicks it out to Beasley. Just 5 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. But he gets it back. Here's Towns.
Aku kena fall.
One to go. A lot of contact.
Siap
And he'll go to
betul
the
lah,
line for 2.
And you gotta like Towns being assertive there. When he plays like this, it really makes the defenders uncomfortable.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about
Aku ingat
over
tadi boleh lepas sekali
90%?
fall. Bijak betul.
For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far.
Aduh, aku dah.
It's stolen by Edwards. For 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Bijak lah. Dia boleh lepas pula bola.
To three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
And there's the pass to the professor. And shot on the way. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls.
Tak masuk aku punya 3.
Timberwolves
Siap betul.
leading by 3. To the middle. And Edwards with the stop.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's DeRozan, the 15-footer. Good. DeRozan's got 10.
Weh, 3 poin lagi nak kena kejar weh.
Want him that shot. He never stops working the floor, looking for those opportunities.
Now here's Towns. 11 points for him in that last game against Dallas. Beasley for 3. Rebounded by the professor.
Well, I mean, I think he better come up with some different ways to get his points tonight because the 3, not one of them, ain't working.
Here is Carter. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Pass to the professor. 4 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. Doesn't go that time. So Minnesota will take it the other way.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Great D that
Weh,
time.
tak masuk.
It's been a really tough
Iya,
quarter
betul.
for him. I mean, he cannot hit his shots to drop.
Down low. Here's Edwards. And once again off the mark
Nice
by
one.
Minnesota. Bulls trail by 3. Passes it to the professor. Fires it up. Tries again. And the officials call
Fall in.
goaltending, so they'll
Eh,
award the
aku
basket.
ingat fall lagi. Gol tending rupanya.
Too late, and it catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in, and D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Terrence Davis. And Chicago also making a switch. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. And it's out of bounds. And they
Nasib
say
baik
it was
bola
a
keluar.
touch by Towns. And some changes here for the Timberwolves.
Aku kena relax dulu. Duduk tepi dulu guys.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
Ini bagi apa like the stream. Kita terus ni yang baru masuk kasi like and share dulu guys. Yang mana belum kasi follow
And we'll get it
dulu.
going after this from the Target Center. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. A
Yang mana belum follow kasi follow, yang mana belum like kasi like, mana belum share kasi share. Butang follow, butang like, butang share adalah butang cuma guys. Silakan.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp and guys are hitting their shots.
So the
Bodoh lah masuk.
DeRozan out there with Gill. Then there's Carter. Then it's Zach LaVine, and it's the professor in at point guard. Now here's DeRozan, and the pass to the professor. Outside DeRozan. The professor passes to LaVine. Here's the professor from deep.
Tak masuk.
Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Cikolot betul.
Up top at
Mana
Oh, he delivers that with force.
I cannot believe that.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Timberwolves trail. Russell passes to Edwards. Here's Towns over Carter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Thank you bang,
It's
thank you
gonna
bang.
be on Wendell Carter.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a
Woi,
great coach
masuk
is
lagi
consistency.
Mamat ni punya
And
skor.
I've said is you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of
Nice
different
heel.
ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence.
Ay,
You've
asal
gotta have
aku
some
ini
charisma
lagi
out there
pahal.
as well to get these men to buy in.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Shooting 2.
Masuk lagi guys. Okay guys, kita teruskan guys. Mana baru masuk dah senang. Yang share dulu guys. Yang mana belum follow kasi
They
follow.
throw good, Russell. He hits both from the stripe.
Boleh menang ke tak ni guys?
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Pass to LaVine. That's in there.
Nice,
Carter
LaVine.
with the assist. And the Bulls lead by 1.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Russell. Some
Nice
solid
wide.
defense from the professor.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
LaVine, good.
Yeah,
Cantik
that was the
lebih.
third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here is Russell. He's got 13. Pass to Towns. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Towns has
Ya
got 4
Allah.
points this quarter.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. That makes them 3 for 4 from the
Ball.
field since halftime.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
For Chicago, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in, and it's Terrence Davis in for Malik Beasley. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for the Bulls. Russell passes to Edwards. Here's Reed. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Russell from long range. Makes that
Weh,
one
masuk.
his
Siuk
sixth
betul lah.
of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
That makes them 4 for 5. I mean, I think that's pretty good numbers. I mean, they've got to be pleased with how things are playing off so far.
Gill against Edwards. And that one's good. Gill.
Nice one, Gil.
Assists like that have typified their effort to
Weh,
be
aku kena jaga
terrific
momen ni.
ball movement.
Russell inside. Towns wide open. And the 3 off
Nice
target.
one.
Bulls have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. And the call.
Aku minta
on
bola
the
kau tak nak
shot
bagi.
sends it into the
Kena
line.
fall dah. Siuk betul lah.
For Chicago, they have hit most of their free throws tonight. 5 of 6. And that one falls for Gill. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Culver comes in for Towns. And it's McDaniels in for Edwards.
Nice
The
one.
Bulls also changing it up. Cantor checked in for Carter. Baca comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's Kobe White in for Levine. There's the steal.
Nice.
Here's
Terus
White.
White.
And White slams it in.
Kobe White, the 6'4" guard, has some lift.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Davis with it. He has 5. Passes to Culver. Dishes to Russell. And good that time.
Ay, defensive down pula.
Oh, banner performance so far from Russell. I mean, his offensive energy has just been tremendous.
Here's the professor. Culver with the steal. Inside, here's Davis, and he takes it in for the layup.
Siut tak dapat.
Now just a 2-point Bulls lead.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of
Bench
range,
some
but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, not everyone has Steph Curry's shooting ability. I'd be surprised. I'd be hurt if he tries another
Nice one.
look at it.
Bulls have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. White, good.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Now, here is Russell. Defense is right there.
Ui, bijak.
Here's high post. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Oh, nasib baik pula kita orang.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
1:07 left to play in the third. White the pass to the professor. Back to White. Here's the professor. The pass to Cantor.
Nice
And
one.
the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Oh, nice touch from the mid-range. You give Cantor this shot, he's happy to take it.
Pass to Davis. And here's Russell. He's got
Hey,
18,
apa hal, Paul?
and the professor picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Malik Beasley, he's checked.
Oh, lu. Aduh, kacau ah.
There's the 3. The offensive rebound.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the
back,
offensive
Lou.
glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Malik Beasley out there with Russell.
Thank you, Billy, for like the stream.
Forward position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Now, here is Russell. Wendell Carter unable to get his last shot to go.
Wow, they've made
Aku dapat shooting foul. Biar betul.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
Thank you, Billy, for like. Thank you, Billy. Hey, Billy, for like the stream.
difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge
berapa ramai
something
main?
a lot of people have been hoping for.
Ya, berapa main. Kalau kau main, aku join je. Kau main.
And so the word is in. They've
Oh,
decided
was
that
then.
the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Gill is checked in for the Bulls. Free throw good, Russell.
And
So 1 for 2
Nice
that
one.
time at the stripe. Chicago leading by 3. Pass to the professor. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Back to Levine.
bodoh lah Levine.
Launches it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
Arezat kata nak masuk apa kan? Jagi up. Kurang.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. To the paint. Here's the professor. That's good. And it's Levine with the assist. 9 points for the professor.
Because he's so dangerous, the D is often drawn to Levine. I mean, it opens up some wide passing lanes.
Passes it to Russell. Lets it go with a 3.
Nice
Another miss by Minnesota. Chicago's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
Weh, apa aku bagi dia?
Now the pass to the professor.
Allah tak masuk, confirm.
Off target from 3-point range.
Aku cepat sangat aku lepaskan.
Threes he misses, I mean, the more he wants to tank. Where they do that at? That's not the right mindset.
Edwards passes to Towns. He kicks it to Edwards. Beyond the arc. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the
Masuk
floor.
pula.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
Now here is Carter.
Weh, tak masuk. Ampere betul.
At all tonight. I mean, it tells you a lot about their team that they have the lead anyway.
Here's Russell. Here's Towns. It's good. This game is all even.
Ciut lah.
Towns has got 9 points in the quarter.
How about this turnaround? He played a fringe role in the first half, and now he's the man for them.
Levine against Beasley. Here's DeRozan. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Vanderbilt's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Russell with a wide open look. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Bulls have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold.
Weh, tak masuk. Calot.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
And that one's good. Russell.
A prolific scorer like Russell is such a gift in these situations. High stakes.
Okay, kita
Time
betul-betul.
called
Kita
here. The
keluar
Bulls
sikit.
decide to talk it over. They're behind by 2. 1:58 left in the game.
Terima. Kalau dia kecil je. Sorry aku nampak. Kau nampak aku balik ke apa tu.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
Macam kalah tim.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's given him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made him pay.
Here's Gill. Bean passes to Gill. And here's Carter down low. The shot's good from the professor. The professor's got the game tied up here for Chicago.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you just want to keep fighting, you do your best, and you live with the results.
Towns, no luck. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Bulls. Gill.
Bodoh lah Gil. Aku minta bola aku tak nak bagi. Siut betul Gil.
Towns got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the inside. Vanderbilt misses.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
No good from the professor.
Rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
Russell from long range. Good on the 3-point shot. Russell's got 8 points in the quarter.
This is why the ball is in Russell's hands. This guy does have ice in his veins.
Left side, DeRozan pulls up, high post. That one's
Wih, aku tak dapat. Siuk betul tangan dia bapak panjang weh.
Pass to Edwards. That one goes in.
When we think of Russell first as a scorer, but there, reminding everyone of his passing ability too.
Here's the professor. And the Bulls with another miss. And that's an intentional foul.
Pelan.
41 seconds left in the fourth. Now Edwards. Here's Beasley. That shot off. Nice D from DeRozan. Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And an intentional foul right there. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're down by 5. 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and quick. No room for error, no time to waste.
Bagi jauh.
Here's the professor.
Wih, tak masuk aku punya
Good on the
3.
quick three.
Bodoh lah.
Effort level is there. You can't blame him on that. He's working to get good shots. It's just not connected.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Makanlah. Jadi.
He hits the first one,
Perasaan.
and that increases
Ya, guys.
their lead to 6. Second one is good. And both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Those free throws helping them to make the lead even safer.
Out to the right wing. Here's Gill. A rebound by the Timberwolves. And so the Timberwolves take the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on. But let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
Hui. Aku nombor 5 lah. VP punya result apa? Race. Aku kena kejar lagi. Berapa banyak lagi season? Tak jauh lagi. Jun. Ini 2 bulan lagi.
Last year, I can't believe I said that I was going to hear about last season's championship for another 2 years, but you guys did it again according to NBA 2K. And let's just keep the ball rolling. I'm going to hear about this for another 2 years, so we'll say you'll stop talking about it in 2023 or 24. I don't know, somewhere along there.
Nestled among the peaks of the Rocky Mountains, we're in the beautiful city of Denver, Colorado. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the... Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much. Nikola Jokic loves to pass. He said, and
Sure is. Thanks, DA. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big men up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor will likely be the victor.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. DeRozan out there with Carter. Then there's the Professor. Then there's Gill. And it's Levine at the shooting guard position. And for the Nuggets, Jokic is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Gordon. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Dozier in at the small forward position.
Jamal Murray lu.
Outside, Porter trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. He gets that
Woi,
one.
masuk siut.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
Pass to Levine. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's
Masuk
going to be
pula
on
bola.
Jamal Murray.
Yeah,
Tapi
good
si
job.
Mia
Take it
terpopol.
right at the knee.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the night.
Masuk.
That's good from
Nice
the
one.
Professor.
Chicken.
Both shots
Nice.
good from the stripe. The Nuggets on offense. Murray outside.
Wait.
Porter.
Bodoh.
Tries it again. And it's sent back by Carter. Jokic passes.
Nice,
to Porter.
nice.
Fast break. Here comes Chicago.
Gil.
Wide open. And off the front iron. And in it goes.
Apa
There you go
lagi?
again. A nice kick
Orang
out
open
after
aku
the
bagi.
knee had collapsed on him.
Ball's knocked loose. Oh, and a fast
Nice,
break for
nice,
the
nice.
Bulls. The big dunk at
One
the end
hand
of the
jam.
break.
Well,
You.
if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Here's Jokic. That's his
Aku tak
second
tempat
shot
jaga
and
dia.
his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Jokic did a nice job positioning himself down in the paint. Usually he's at the top of the key, but this time knew where he wanted to get the ball. Shot
Nice
it on the inside
crossover.
and scored.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Count it.
Well, a polished score and good recognition as Jamal Murray understood the timing that he needed to catch and fire.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He
Weh, aku bagi aku balik buat apa?
Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest, you know, so he confiscates his sneakers. Came back and found
Udah
him
agak
working
dah,
out
tak sampai.
barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser because I believe he did a
Dedang dulu.
because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in. And Murray showing it all here, an exceptional player attacking.
Like the stream. Ke terus stream gue. Aku dah ke belakang.
Can't get it to go.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Tak
The
masuk.
Professor. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Porter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Gordon. A miss that
Nice
time
one.
would have put him up.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
To the middle. Here's the Professor.
Wih, tak masuk.
Defensive effort.
Apa ulu ref?
On 50%
Wah,
of the
lu.
field to this point, 4 of 8. Kicks to Porter. Back to Murray. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Dozier. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. 5 to shoot. Murray, good.
Masuk dulu.
He's got 6.
Murray fearless on that drive right there, not worried at all about the contact.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Coming off that loss against the
Kita
Timberwolves.
terus stream guys. Mana baru masuk kasi like and share dulu guys. Yang mana belum follow kasi follow dulu. Jangan lupa butang like, butang share, butang follow adalah
Well, you
butang
have to
free
be able
guys.
to use the three-point line in some way. It's just such a weapon, and in that game, it
Whoop.
was just not there for him.
Bulls making a switch here. Dennis Cantor's checked in for Wendell Carter. Baca comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Chambers is
Nice
checked
one.
in for Gill.
Dapat
And
po.
it's White in for Levine. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Now, Cantor is so
Wah, aku kena duduk bench. Right.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Denver.
Kena block dulu.
Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Bull. It's Najee in at the four-man position. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, the professor in that last outing against the Timberwolves put forth a very nice effort. He finished with 11 points, and his passing was just incredible. He piled up an impressive number of assists. That was just the latest in a string of very productive games for him. We'll see if he can keep this streak going, Kevin.
Excellent, David. Yeah, he was
aku tak dapat steal bola.
in that last game, making things happen.
Absolutely made his presence felt, and I wouldn't be surprised if he tries
Nice
to get it
one.
going early here tonight.
Every teammate in talking with them before the game says how much faith they have in him. They'll keep getting it to him.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Outside, Porter. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by White.
Aduh,
Jokic is checked in for Bull. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Gill's checked in. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Najee. He kicks it to Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Morris has got 5 points in the quarter.
Incredible assist there from Gordon. Just an awesome job getting his teammates involved in that play.
Here's the professor.
Ui, tak masuk.
The triple.
Ciut tu.
The Nuggets leading by 10.
Oh, penuh.
Porter finds Morris.
Ya Allah, weh.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes
one.
into the second quarter.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Sapu.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Rozier's checked in. The Bulls
Kata
also
3
changing
second
it.
pula.
DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. And Zach LaVine subbed in for White.
Wih, sibut.
Morris into the lane. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free
Pada
throw
buat
line.
hal tu kat. Lee dah kata.
Dig down deep at some of the numbers. Jokic is a much better defender than what he gets credit for. I think we always think about athleticism around rim protection, but sometimes it's just about size and smarts, and he has that.
To the paint. Here's Carter. And he banks in
Nice
the
one.
layup. Carter's got his second bucket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The Nuggets leading by 10. And Jokic likes physical play. Brent, he embraces the contact.
Well, you look at his physique, and I
Nice
think
one.
he can absorb a lot of what it is that comes his way. But he's comfortable wrestling. He's got brothers. He knows what that's like. And he also loves to mess around with those press conference microphones, as we see.
Morris kicks to Jokic.
Wih, aku.
Porter. And finished off.
Kau nak suruh aku jaga dua kan sekali.
Big man
Kau nak
really
pecah
dish
dua.
it out. Jokic really reliable, setting up his teammates.
Outside, LaVine. Here's the professor.
Wih, tak
And a miss
masuk.
there on the triple. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You can't
And so it's the Denver Nuggets. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
every game we have where we get into a one-on-one game, over dribbling, not passing, we become very easy to.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. DeRozan out there with Gill. Then it's Wendell Carter. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's the professor in at the point. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden. I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that pass. You're right on. There's the pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
12 poin na balik.
He's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. And DeRozan kicks to LaVine. Gill, the pass to Carter. On the wing, LaVine. Lots of room.
Nice
and
one.
the Bulls tack on two more.
How about that? Coming out to start the half.
Lihat ni,
A perfect
you
3
lihat
of 3.
Murray with the bounce pass. Jokic finds Murray. Carter against Jokic. Can't cash in from close range. Bulls trail by 10. Here's the professor. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. And that's 12 points for the professor.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
It's tipped. And another fast break chance here for the Bulls. Here we go.
Nice one.
Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Yeah, possessions is way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around.
Alamak, all in pula.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
Bulls making a switch here. Hutchison's checked in. Here's the professor. He's got 14. Here's DeRozan.
Woi, kena block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and
Nice
the
one, Captain.
ability to move his feet.
The professor passes to Hutchison. Here's the professor, and he takes
Nice
it
one.
down.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Denver calls timeout.
And they're allowing too many points in
out,
the
lovely.
paint. Coach is going to let him hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustments.
Bol, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Monte Morris comes in for Gordon. Here's Porter. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Pass to Hutchison. Bulls moving the ball around. Here's the professor. That's good.
Nice 3.
With the assist. And now it's just a 4-point Nugget lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Outside Porter. Pass to Murray. Shoots. And that one off the back of the rim.
Bodoh lah dia balik balik dengan
Murray's got
Bola.
16 points.
Murray right now just on a roll, scoring at will on the offensive end.
The playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center making these kind of plays.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many.
Aku guna 12 kilo.
Free throw good for Morris.
Thank you. Kalau ikut like the stream, worker terus juga yang mana baru masuk guys.
Chambers the pass to the professor.
Like and chill.
Chambers kicks to White. Misses the through. The Nuggets leading by 7. To the inside. Here's Morris. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Nice. Nak kena kejar balik. Poin aku dah cantik
Like
dah.
that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
The professor. No good from outside.
Aku lepas dia cepat sangat.
That's plus 5 in that category.
There's Tennis passes to Bol. And here we go.
Thank you for the
Here's the
follow.
professor.
Worker terus stream guys.
And again,
Yang mana
Chicago.
baru masuk
No
kasih
good.
like and share dulu guys.
And
Ya
Murray's got the
Allah.
ball here for the Denver Nuggets. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
So, tak
No
masuk
good
juga.
from the professor. Denver's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%.
Kalah lagi
Bertans
aku
kicks to
dengan
Morris.
Messi. Oh, yes.
26 seconds left to play in the third. Count it, good.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the
Takut dia
game, and
passing
he's been a
belakang.
great option for them on these possessions.
Pass to the professor. Looking for Ibaka, he gets it there, and it's blocked.
And that massive wingspan
Block.
coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Fifteen seconds left in the third.
Terus lah White.
Run, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against Denver.
Worker terus juga yang mana baru masuk kasih like and share dulu guys. Yang mana belum follow kasih follow
This
dulu.
guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Boleh kejar ni. 7 4 11 weh. 7 petang 11 eh.
And the first one at the
13
line is
kau
good.
drek
The
nak kena
Nuggets
kejar.
making a switch here.
Telah 11 tolak 2.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. No good on the triple. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, and may be difficult to overcome. Nuggets ahead. They lead by 11. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
11.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. We've got Monte Morris. He's out there with Gordon. It's not
Tak sempat, dia kena block.
group on the floor for Denver.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Finished off the break. Morris has got 21 in the game.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Cantor, the pass to the professor.
Terlebih pula.
Green with the rebound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Back to Gordon. And it's blocked by
Nice one.
Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the floor. This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the
Oh, wow.
Bulls in
Weh,
the
apa tak masuk boost time weh?
Oh, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we
Aduh,
were a
boost
lot
time
like
aku
they
ni
were.
tak masuk
Hall
shoot.
of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the
Bingung
one
betul
difference
lah.
was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that
What
might
the
have been the one
heck?
difference.
Wala pahal. Siuk betul lah.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth.
Weh, aku kena jaga Muhammad ni je.
Here's Dozier. Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it
Aku
down.
lompat kena lompat kan. Kau punya
Jokic's
orang
not
tak.
the quickest guy off the floor, but he uses his body well and great timing to get the offensive rebound.
Kicks it to Levine. The pass to the professor. Fires the 3. And Eric Gordon pulls it down. The Nuggets leading by 16. Passes it to Jokic. Carter
Nice
with
one.
it. Here's the professor. Wants to get it to DeRozan and does. Shot
Nice
up 2
one.
there.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Here's Morris.
Weh, aku terlepas.
Morris throws it down.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And not a bad passing center. Carter Jr. with the solid find there that leads to a bucket.
Denver calls timeout.
Yeah, you can't make any excuses right now for them giving the ball up as much as they have in this one. Hopefully they can get on the same page during this timeout.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Thank you, David. Just 4 to shoot. That one doesn't drop. And it's Chicago the other way. Pass to the professor. In the corner, it's Levine. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And that's exceptional body control from Levine, contorting himself nicely for the contact and
Allah.
finish.
And so it looks
Aku
like
dapat
Denver
bola
will
tapi aku tak
retain
dapat nak
possession
pulkan
here.
dia. Arif like the stream. Welcome to the stream guys. Yang mana baru masuk kasih like and share dulu guys. Apa hal Muhammad ni? Cepatlah. Dia boleh slow pula berjalan kan.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Gordon kicks to Dozier.
Kena block lu.
And the wide open shot from Morris.
Well, he had
Nice one.
one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Morris.
Bodoh lagi.
Carter comes in with the double team. Morris finds Jokic. Back to Morris. 5 on the clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Free throw good for Morris. Murray's checked in for Eric Gordon. And so he makes both from the line. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's the professor. Carter with the block, and they're able to recover.
Siap betul blok.
Morris outside. DeRozan against Murray. Morris passes to Porter. Out to Morris. The tray. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
Porter Jr.
Mahal
moving
ini
the ball well. Nice to have a
Kalah,
wing
guys.
player help to be a facilitator.
Aduh.
Chicago calls timeout.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Monte Morris.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
He's been their coach tonight, the player who's guided them to the win, and it's a win they need
Nice block.
coming off a loss in their last one. Fast break, here we go. Here's the professor. Hits it from three-point range.
Nasib baik 3 point
The
masuk.
professor's got 27 points.
And the D really on its heels on that possession didn't know what to do.
Porter looking it over. Dishes it to Murray. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as
Aku
the
bagi
ability
3
to close.
3 pointer dia balas
Really
aku
gotta
dengan
give
3.
it up here for Denver.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can
tak
perform
masuk.
at a level that high,
Beragak dah.
it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
And DeRozan throws it
Nice
down.
one.
Nice hustle there. You can count on DeRozan for this. He works so tirelessly as a scorer.
Pass to Dozier. Outside Gordon. Dozier kicks to Murray. Nice D from
Nice
DeRozan.
one.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Chicago. Down
Nice.
by 15. And the basket by DeRozan.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams.
Dulu lah terlepas.
Tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Count that one.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also
Nice.
appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And that great athleticism and body control, reasons why Levine is just so
Beragak lah.
dangerous inside.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.
Si Pulu, jap Right. Kejap nak tengok progression aku 20. Enam. Naikkan lagi. Boleh lah. Yes. Okay, kita terus mana dulu masuk, kasih like and share dulu, kasih mana perlu kasih follow. Jangan lupa guys, kasih follow dulu. Alright, dah settle. Skip.
I'm the 2K MC. I snap my fingers and the segment starts. Here are your...
Phoenix, Arizona, the destination for the Bulls. As natural of a scorer as you'll find in the game. DeMar DeRozan looking to lead the way. He'll be a key factor for sure in the offense tonight as they make their final adjustments for their match against the Suns. Bulls, Suns, up next on 2K Sports. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and at DA Jacob.
Well, Kevin, Devin Booker continues to elevate his play every year. He said it's just put...
A special talent indeed. David, thank you. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Levine is out there with the professor. Then there's Carter. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Gill in at the 3 slot. And for the Suns, Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Booker out there with Paul, and it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. Well, late in the season, we're seeing playoff teams resting their star players. Any excuse for lottery teams, Greg, doing the same?
Not as far as the league is concerned. I mean, if they're healthy,
exactly.
what's the goal? I mean, throwing away games is not acceptable.
Now here's Paul. After the miss from the professor, Paul goes in, and that one drops for him.
How about the ability to knife inside the defense? Chris Paul has been outstanding as a dribble driver his entire career.
Trying to get open is Carter. And there's the bucket from the professor.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
And it's Paul with the ball for Phoenix. Pass to Ayton. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Ayton. Paul's got 5 points so far.
Well, Chris Paul is an elite shooter. The efficiency is there, especially in the catch and shoot game.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Here's the professor, and he makes that one. The professor's got his second bucket tonight.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Booker. He had 31 points in the win against the
Wih,
Lakers.
Allah.
And Ayton stays with it.
This guy, a relentless force on the glass. DeAndre Ayton going to work and getting the putback.
Oh, and the chain
Nice
by
one.
DeRozan.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Booker against Levine. From 18 feet away. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts. And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father.
Nasib baik aku boleh cari dua.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball
Balangan.
into the post
Kenapa?
effectively here so far.
Now here's Booker. Well, you know that he's going to find a way to get the ball in the basket. No matter what D he's faced with, he averages about 31.5
3
points a
poin aku nak
game.
kejar weh.
And we know the story, Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skill.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun.
Nice
Getting to
one.
practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
And it's the Suns with the ball.
Weh, aku
The Bulls getting the bucket. And Paul gets it to go in.
And for a smaller player, Chris Paul appears so comfortable on the interior. He knows he can score from this area.
ya Allah, gil.
Misses. Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to Denver.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, if you're going to allow your
Arezat.
opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end, and clearly they were not.
That bucket in no time at all. The Professor's got 10 points in the game.
Now, Zach LaVine is a solid passer. This guy entered the league as a point guard, puts it on the money there.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Well, you have to capitalize when your opponent has
Aku kena duduk bench dulu.
Here's Payne. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. They've got Ayton. Payne out there with Kent Bazemore. Then it's Bridges. And it's Fernando in at the power forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
This guy's so effective. DeAndre Ayton will take the mid-range if you concede it.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, the Professor in that last outing against the Nuggets delivered quite a
Ya
performance.
Allah.
He added 27
Aku dah
points
bagi
and
bola
did what
kau.
he does best. He shared the ball and looked to get his guys going throughout the game. He really played a complete game out there. He just seemed to be in rhythm and always in the right place at the right time. Kevin?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
And the Bulls making a change here. DeRozan's checked in. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the
Tak
great city.
masuk pula.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Bridges kicks to Payne. Sharge trying to break free. Payne can't hit. Bulls trail by 14. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That is his first foul of the game.
Foul dulu.
Bridges against
Wih,
Gill.
Allah. Nasib baik wih.
Outside DeRozan. From the line, score the basket.
Nasib
His
baik.
second of 2 attempts.
Well, that basket's all about the
Nasib baik
handle
bola tadi tak
of
kena
DeMar
steal, weh.
DeRozan. He's worked
Ni
hard
bola
to be
dia
able to
passing.
navigate space.
Here's Paul. Sharks trying to break free. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Gill.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's Paul. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Some power coming from the PG.
That's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
No good from 18.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to
Ya Allah, Ruben. Ini buat hal betul lah.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Man, Paul's ability with traffic, with bodies around him to keep his focus and score it, that is special.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Phoenix. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Down by 12. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road floor. Bulls shooting their first free throws here for the night. That's good from the professor. Both free throws good from the professor. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Inside, here's Hayton, and that'll be 2 free throws.
Ya Allah, kata ni laju sangat lah kau nak bagi Paul. Bijak lah.
You get a sense there of how challenging it is to guard DeAndre Ayton. Gets good position, makes the defense react.
The Suns shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Well, the #1 pick in the 2018 NBA draft, DeAndre Ayton, is going to be a feared big man for years to come.
Serge Ibaka is
Daripada 10 nak kena je 12
really
pula.
getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
The pass to the professor. Out of bounds.
Allah.
Take possession.
Boleh pula kan. Aku nak shoot 3 point dia. Oh, enggak lah weh. Aduh, dia pergi pen keluar pula.
will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
And in the last face-off against these guys, they enjoyed a huge advantage in free throw percentage.
Here's the professor. Ibaka, the pass to the professor. Good ball movement here by the Bulls.
Ya, amat tak masuk.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Booker with no one around, and the 3 ball is good. Booker's got 5.
Well, this is where Booker can really hurt you. Very capable and confident three-point shooter. Go ahead, Devin.
And he's good on the 3 ball. 17 points for the professor.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Pass to Bridges. He can't hit that time. So the Bulls will take it the other way.
And Doris, Mikal Bridges, how about 2 national titles in the 3 seasons at Villanova? Got better each and every year.
And think about in his junior season, he becomes one of only 8 major conference players in college basketball history.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Suns ahead, leading by 17. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
Last week kena kejar. Boleh kejar tak boleh kejar. 17 poin nak kena kejar.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from the professor.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. They've got Gill. DeRozan out there with Carter. Then there's the professor. And it's Levine in at the 2. He gets it in there. DeRozan's got 6.
Boy, firing the jumper as soon as he receives the pass to DeRozan doesn't give the defender any time to react.
Here's Booker, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. He's got 9.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Outside, Levine. Passes to the professor. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
No problems knocking that one down. Booker's got 5 points now this quarter.
Night after night, game after game, Chris Paul understands where to put the ball and when. Nicely done.
And the shot is good.
Yeah, surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
And Booker kicks to Bridges. Here's Ayton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I'll tell you, when DeAndre Ayton is looking to score, he is a handful. Forces the defense into a compromising situation.
Payne, he's checked in for Paul. Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Right wing. The baseline J. Here's Levine, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Zach LaVine doing work in the mid-range. He's got that shot in his bag, yes, sir.
Suns leading by 20. Pass to Payne. Ball stolen. And they're moving it up. Here's the professor. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Tak masuk pula bola tu. Kalau tak boleh aku dapat shoot free.
For the game right here. That's good from the professor. He doesn't get the second one.
Bodoh lah.
Tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
And there's the pass to Payne. Booker looking around. And the dunk by Booker.
At his size, Dario Saric can see the floor, and he knows how to put it on time and on target.
Bulls trail by 21.
And Dario Saric, the homie, as he was known in Philly, a Croatian finesse forward for this team.
You know what I love about Dario is here's a big man who can space the floor with his shooting. He can balance that with an ability to make plays off the dribble. He's a really sneaky cutter and a very opportunistic rebounder. I mean, this is a big man who will contribute in a lot of different areas.
Pass to Booker. Three-pointer. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Bridges with
Ya Allah.
And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. And Payne is it in.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
Chicago calls timeout. Ray, compare the times when you played as an NBA player with a lot more contact and what was like going on the floor to what?
Apa benda lah weh. Tak faham betul lah.
Over to the wing. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for Chambers. Here's the professor. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Go the other way.
Suns leading by
Aku memang tak
22.
deal lah pengadil ni. Bodoh lah. Bodoh pengadil.
Here's Fernando. 5 points in the game. Bazemore and the slam dunk by
Nyampah betul
Bazemore.
lah game ni punya apa.
Everybody in
Ciut
the
betul lah.
building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. And we felt it. Even over here we felt it.
Masuk.
Here's Kanter. Ibaka right side. And Ibaka slams it in.
Boy, I love seeing Kanter distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
And so Bazemore will bring it up for the Suns. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Fernando, the pass to Gaffney. Out to the right wing. Here's Fernando. He's covered by Kanter. Bazemore gets the bucket. Here's Hutchison. Up and in on the layup. Hutchinson's got 6 points.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
And so it's Phoenix riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Setting the floor for the Suns, we've got Paul. He's out there with Devin Booker, and it's Gafford in at the 4. The professor, no good off the back of the rim.
Aku tak boleh lepas saya main kali ni. Bodoh betul lah.
This is it to Fernando, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And right there you see Devin Booker's feel for the game. This guy knows exactly when to give it up.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Well, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Booker outside. Pass to Gafford. Bazemore with it.
Weh, aku pergi lompat pahal.
And Paul lays it in. Paul's got 19
Ciut
points.
betul.
Well, we know Chris Paul is a pass-first type point guard, but boy, can he score it.
Here's the professor. Here's Kanter. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Booker finds Paul. A floater, and it's good on the layup. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, Chris Paul gets to that floater game at his size. So important to have in your arsenal.
It's blocked. We know, Greg, the NBA is full of superstars, yet you can foul out of the game after 6 personal fouls, and some have suggested instead just tacking on an extra free throw when a player commits their 6+ foul, and then they can stay in the game.
You know, I think something along those lines could make sense. No doubt it's tough to see the marquee player riding the bench because it's not just the 6th foul, right? In some coaches, you pick up 2 in the first quarter, you're done for the quarter. You pick up a 3rd in the second, you're done for the half.
Yes.
So I would like to see something, but I think it's got to also be fair. Maybe you get free throws and another possession. Maybe something along those lines might be in the best interest of the game.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
Hutchison passes to the professor. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Down low. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. The professor's got 24.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
They get it again, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
White the pass to the professor. Kicks to Cantor. Baseline try. Bazemore grabs the miss.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder should he have moved it just 1 pass more.
Gafford passes to Bazemore. Paul against White. Lock at 6. Booker outside. Second shot opportunity. And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line.
Kenapa dibagi Paul?
First free throw is good.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
So both teams making some changes here. Now we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, smartphone, or your computer. Payne kicks to Bullock. From deep three-point range, he can't get it to go. The Bulls have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Here's the professor, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. The professor's got 9 points here in the second half. Suns lead by 21. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter of this one. For 3, Booker. Chicago grabs the miss.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Nice
and
one.
Tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Suns.
Free throws were a big factor in this one.
You know, it's always great to get a lot of shots at the line, but the key, they were able to convert tonight. You start making free throws, and it can get you the win.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Chris Paul.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
But he is so efficient, so productive. But for them to have real success, he needs help.
Takes the 3. It's not going to go for him. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Now the pass to Chambers. To the paint. Here's the professor.
Wait, tak
Misses from
masuk.
short range.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Bullock passes to Paul. Throws it up high. And he lays in the alley-oop.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at the
Ya
show.
Allah.
Phoenix will take possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean,
Apa aku passing kat dia bola kat bawah.
So both
Aduh.
teams changing it up here. And Phoenix has possession. It's an 18-point game. Stolen. Here's the professor. Here's Carter. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Pass to Ayton. Back to Bridges. Paul looking over the floor. And so it's
Bisa aja pegang bola sampai
having this one.
time habis.
This
You
game may
tu
not
lah.
have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw
okay,
at times
so-
just stretches of excellent
sampai sini je aku
defense,
stream dulu.
potency from an offensive
petang
standpoint
nanti
as well.
kita
They were pretty much
malam
dominant.
sikit.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge,
Mesti makan lagi
this is
je.
Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And
Sebelum
we'll
kedai
see you
tutup,
next time.
baik aku keluar dulu gym kedai tu. KP kan sekarang ni. Down dulu. Boleh buat apa lah guys. Alright guys, so sampai sini dulu aku stream masa ni. Nanti kita sambung sekejap lagi ke apa ke. Biar luar. Alright guys, apa-apa thank you mana yang like, mana yang share, mana yang follow. Thank you guys. Nombor 5 lagi Korang memang terbaik guys. Right. Assalamualaikum. Selamat petang guys.